While a considerable lot of the old strict destinations in current Israel have been totally analyzed by archaeologists, one spot, Kiriath-Jearim remained to a great extent immaculate until 2017. That might shock since the area is referenced in the Jewish Book of Scriptures as the spot where one of the Israelites' most hallowed antiquities was kept. And what specialists have since found in Kiriath may get re-examine the scriptural account. An area believed to have been the location of the Ark of the Covenant has been shed new light by archaeologists. However, before we begin, please click the subscribe button to join our community of like-minded individuals who enjoy history facts. Let's get started. In contrast, a collection of religious texts that serve as the foundation for Jewish, Christian, and Islamic scripture is referred to as the Hebrew Bible itself. To be sure, these compositions referred to in Judaism as the Tanakh go about as a hotspot for the items in the Hebrew scripture. What's more, the Jewish Book of Scriptures is our fundamental wellspring of data about what occurred in Old Israel during scriptural times. Be that as it may, the texts being referred to are not a totally solid investigate how life was in those days in Israel. First of all, the Hebrew Bible was written hundreds of years after the events it claimed to portray. In view of that, archaeologists and students of history have long looked for additional proof to either demonstrate or refute the records given there. The book Exodus, which many people are familiar with, is one of the writings in the Hebrew Bible. It tells the story of how the Israelites escaped slavery in Egypt before traveling to the Promised Land. However, we are taught that this journey was not an easy one. The Israelites wandered the desert for 40 years, according to Exodus. But in the end, it says that Moses, their leader, was told to climb Mount Sinai, where God gave the 10 Commandments. These guidelines, which were cut on tablets of stone, probably included orders, for example, "You will not kill, you will not take, and you will have no other God before me." Be that as it may, the 10 precepts were not only a bunch of rules. They were essential for a contract or commitment among God and the Israelites. In short, God would continue to watch over the Israelites if they followed his orders because he had saved them from Egypt. Moreover, the 10 rules were vital to the point that a unique compartment was obviously made to hold them the Ark of the Contract. The resulting chest had 2 golden angels on top, was covered in gold, and was made of wood. Additionally, the Hebrew Bible asserts that the Ark itself was the cause of numerous miracles. First, it was believed that the chest would clear the Israelites' path of obstacles. At the point when they crossed the stream Jordan into the guaranteed land, it has been composed, the waters quit moving, and the clans apparently surrounded Jericho with the Ark, after which they at last obliterated the city's walls. Finally, it is said that the Israelites established a kingdom in what is now Israel. It's there besides that ruler Solomon should have constructed a sanctuary that once housed the Ark of the Pledge. The Ark, on the other hand, vanished after the Babylonians conquered Israel, and no one is exactly sure what happened to it. As a matter of fact, the Ark of the Pledge's blur is one of the most persevering through secrets of the ages. Speculations proliferate with regards to where the holy relic wound up. For instance, it has been suggested that the Ark was ultimately transported to Ethiopia. Another speculation is that the Ark was really disguised under the primary sanctuary in Jerusalem before the spot of love having been annihilated. Maybe one of the most persevering through claims concerning the chest's area, be that as it may, comes from the Jewish Book of Scriptures itself. The Book of Samuel says that the Ark may have been taken to fight the Philistines. It is also said that it was kept in the ancient city of Kiriath-Jearim during that time. Archaeologists believe they know where Kiriath-Jearim once stood, which is fortunate for those who wish to locate the Ark. Particularly, it is thought that Kiriath-Jearim was on a hill close to the modern Arab village of Abu Ghosh in Israel, which is near Jerusalem. Due to the presence there of a European-born ultra-Orthodox Jewish community, Abu Ghosh is also referred to as Telt Stone by some. Additionally, a church known as Our Lady of the Ark of the Covenant can be found perched atop the hill in Abu Ghosh. Furthermore, it's here that archaeologists have begun to unearth in a bid to uncover more about the Ark and its set of experiences ideally. It's quite important, however, that there have been earlier examinations concerning Kiriath-Jearim. The site for the unearthings has a place with the congregation, as a matter of fact, and is safeguarded by France attributable to a settlement made with Israel back in 1949. Also, the area of the religious community implies that the slope can't be totally exhumed. That can be partially attributed to the erosion that has occurred there. Despite the fact that archaeologists also do not wish to disrupt the nuns' daily lives in the area. It was just on account of the School de France, as a matter of fact, that the group received the approval for their examination. However, it appears that the efforts made to secure the dig were well worth it, because the researchers now believe they have discovered Kiriath-Jearim. What's more, this conviction is upheld not just by the curios that they have found, yet additionally by other verifiable reports, including the American and named index made by the old antiquarian Eusebius of his area. Further potential proof drops via the Arabic name for Kiriath-Jearim. The Ariel Izaret's idea that Eliezer might have been the minister who regulated the Ark while authenticated at Kiriath-Jearim, and that the Byzantine cloister later worked at the site was named for him. This could make Deir al-Azhar a debasement of religious community of Eliezer, proposing maybe that both Eliezer and the Ark were once there. The archaeologists still had a hard time deciding where to dig on the hill. However, in the end, they decided to use aerial surveillance to better understand the ancient layout. For instance, the team took pictures of the area with a drone, but they also decided to use other surveillance photos from the First World War. Also, one clear disclosure made at Kiriath-Jearim is that the slope was not framed normally. It is, however, modern technology, particularly 3D visualizations, that enabled the researchers to locate the mound, and thus make arguably the most groundbreaking of their discoveries. It was important to find was to despite the fact that similar platforms are known to have existed in other cities in the ancient kingdom of Israel, such as Sumeria. Instead, it is believed that the platform filled with earth was constructed using 4 walls to keep it in place, making Kiriath-Jearim in turn a man-made settlement. The country was much further north in these other locations. The walls of the stage, it has additionally been noted, appear to be illustrative of those made in the Iron Age and come in excess of 6 feet high and right around 10 feet wide. In the meantime, the actual stage was likely somewhere in the range of 360 and 492 feet in size. It likewise crossed an area of 4 sections of land. Its idea, in addition to the stage on the slope, may whenever have housed a sanctuary. At the time the design should have been made, there were 2 Israelite realms, Israel in the north and Judah in the south. As an outcome, then Kiriath-Jearim might have been worked as an indication of one side's strength over their opponent. At the same location, there was probably also an administrative building. The analysts endeavored to date the stage notwithstanding, to see if it had been made by individuals from Judah or Israel. To do this, the group investigated particles of quartz in the dirt through a cycle called optically invigorated glow. The experts dated the majority of what they found at Kiriath-Jearim to between 1150 and 770 BC using optically stimulated luminescence, which could then tell them when the quartz had last been exposed to sunlight. Some stoneware shards from the mid-8th century BC proposed that this period saw Kiriath-Jearim in its prime, yet the scientists' disclosures appear to go against what is written in the Jewish book of scriptures. As per those texts, Judah constructed and involved Kiriath-Jearim to control adjoining Israel. On the other hand, the archaeologists don't accept that Judah had the solidarity to fabricate such a critical settlement during that time span. All things being equal, the specialists feel that Kiriath-Jearim was worked by Israel and utilized against Judah. This hypothesis fits better with their insight into the time span too, as well as the other proof that they have found. The time period in which the Hebrew Bible's Samuel depart, which talks about the Ark of the Covenant at Kiriath-Jearim, was written may account for the discrepancy. Around then, Judah controlled this piece of current Israel, with Jerusalem being the capital. The realm of Israel, then again, was further north and had its capital at Samaria. It would have been in Judah's interest then to celebrate its own realm, including Kiriath-Jearim. What's more, assuming Israel had made its own account about Kiriath-Jearim during the 8th century BC, Judah might have modified it to its own advantage. But the archaeologists found more than that. They found, for example, that the stage at Kiriath-Jearim may likewise have one filled in as a sanctuary, meaning this might have been where the Ark of the Pledge had remained before it was taken to Jerusalem. It ought to be known, however, that not each of the specialists associated with the uncovering accepted that there at any point was an ark. Additionally, the team was interested in the politics of Kiriath-Jearim 1,000 years ago, as it was situated between the 2 Jewish kingdoms, making it significant to both Judah and Israel. In addition, the team was interested in the Ark's historical significance. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing.